I keep different kind of tape. I have from thick to very thin. What? Kristen.
Right here.
Oh. You're not on computer, right? No, I mean, see, when I do stuff like this, let's say I tape it over, I'm going to paint something, but I'm not really good in leaving spaces, so you just paint it over when it's dry. See, you leave a little space. Now I can actually do a little bit something, so I keep the highlight. Right? Yeah, I have tape that's really, really thin. Sometimes I want to do, let's say, some cables, power lines, cables. You can paint it over, but sometimes they have highlights, right? They have birds on it. So how do you do that? You use masking. Good masking is called Triscuit. And you draw over, when it's dry, you paint it over, you can peel them off. Or you can use tape. I have not been using this. They all dried up. Okay, these are the 3M tape, major tape. You want to get good tape because that tape, you know how they can ruin you. You're going to tear the whole sheet out. All your hard work down to nothing. And another thing is, once you in practice, you might want to practice some cheap paper, but you got to practice on some good paper. Why? Because when you're ready to paint on good paper, now you don't know what to do. Right? If you don't know how to use the good paper with good paint, so unless you practice on it, you won't know exactly. Okay, and another thing about using something that is invest a little bit, so you won't regret it after you spend 100 hours on it, and it's faded, or a wrinkle, or stuff. I mean, are you worth 1 cent an hour, right? And all your work down to zero because you have to throw away just so fast.
Were these liquid watercolors?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was. But they all dried up, so you can keep it and still work on it. But once in a while, I'll add fresh stuff for some fresh things that I need to do. You know how expensive they are? Winsor Newton, they have different series. Series 1 usually about $4 or $5. Series 2, $5, $6. Series 4 usually about $12 to $20 each tube. Yeah, but depending on how far you want to go. Not necessarily you need to do it, but it's available there. Just like why people use iPhone, there's a reason that you can pick up any Walmart phone or e-machine phone if you like to. It just works differently. And you can try spray brush. This is spray brush. Brush. Doesn't mean it's not okay, depending on what purpose you're working on. Okay. You can, after dry, you can still paint it on. You get a picture here. So since I have this tape over, so when it's dry, I can peel out and give you a nice line of sunlight. on Twitter, I do use quite a bit of tape. If you're on Twitter, it doesn't always just paint whatever you see. We paint whatever we think need to be illustrated. The point of our view inside versus just, oh, yeah, apple looks great, like apple. Or it's like, oh, that's an apple, but hey, there's meaning behind it. Are you selling Apple computer?
The white is that, opaque is that like featuring of that,
Yeah. If you want to do opaque, then you gotta paint real thick. You gotta mix with black or white to get opaque. But I actually do opaque with acrylic more. Watercolor, I try to make it look transparent. So make a different feel. And then when it's all dry, you take this piece off. It's perfect. If you take off four corner, you've got a nice image place. I can paint all the way to the edge. It's okay with this one because it looks warm. But since they all glued together, they're gonna stretch and be nice and flat. So I can have a frame that frame all around. You saw some of my pieces, they're nice and flat, even though some of them I didn't frame them, but they still stay very good. They're asset free, so you don't worry about it. If you use some, try some, different brands you can afford, buy some different brands, you try it. Some of them, it looks really nice, color so bright, but next day, it's faded away. Because of the chemical versus these organic stuff. Winston use high quality that is safe. Some of them, no-name brand, they look good, but they just faded. It was fresh when you paint it all looks good next day. It's like, it's like one of your toy camera. Looks good, right? After you take them. After a month, it's like faded. After 10 years, you can see it, like the Polaroid film. So it's the same thing. Mine stays this sharp forever, unless I put them under the sun for exposed for a long time. Otherwise, they stay pretty good. You can see some of my thinking I showed you still looks very bright. Some of acrylic. It's been over 20 years. See, now they're dry. See that? Wet on wet. This is still wet. These are all dry. So bring watercolor this week and try to still bring watercolor plus acrylic for the next 2 weeks. This week, next week, and week after, so we can start working on more. And I'm going to also print out your final project. Okay? So go back to see, after I print that, I want you to go outside with the sketchbook side to look for what you want to do. Just some sketches with your marker. You still have your marker, right? Your pencil, crayon, color pencil, whatever you want to do.
We're going to do that today? Go outside?
Yeah. So if you go outside for an hour, so you don't really have a lot of time. Wednesday, we're going to go outside. Hopefully we get some sun. It's very hard to work on watercolor. You can still work on color like storming days. Or we can work on anything else.